Owen, thanks for the invitation here to Hughes Steel's Fabrication. Quite an industrial business here, of quite some size. What's your main output?
Well, we do a lot of work for the ground support equipment on the airports, staircases, catering trucks, that sort of baggage handling type thing, quarry equipment, general construction, bracketry, and things like that there.
It looks like you employ quite a few people here, a lot of bodies around.
Yeah, there's over 40 here, a lot of bodies, 30 welders and 10 support staff, plasma operators, brake press operators, drill line, that sort of thing.
And tell me what you're doing here in this factory here with these curved plasma cutting machines.
This is where all the cutting's done of the flat sheets, which mainly goes to folding. Nearly all the elements we do have a part in them that is cut and folded. It's not just box section or beams and that. There's a lot of these days cut and folded parts involved.
Is there a big variance in thicknesses of material?
Yeah, we would cut anything from 3 mil up to 25 mil. We don't really go much above that because it's not required of the sort of work we do, but the machines are quite capable of doing that.
Dimensionally, the size or the length and width of plates that you do, how big do they go?
We have two machines here. One machine is 2 metre wide by 6 metres long. The other machine is 2.5 metres wide by 12 metres long. The biggest part we ever cut would be 8 metres long. That's a certain part we use in the process here, but we have capabilities of cutting bigger parts. So.
Why did you buy these curved machines for these applications? Because there is other options out there as well, isn't there, Owen?
Yeah, there would be, but over the years we've sort of did up Fred with Curve that we've had one sort of retrofitted machine, one with them. It moved on to a new machine. Then we've just constantly upgraded to new machines and that. They have a good backup service. They have a local guy employed. If there's something goes wrong with a machine, within an hour he can be here. So that's a big plus.
Are they competitively priced?
Yeah, they would be. You get a good bit of kit for the money, and especially they're fairly robust machines that would do the day to day of what we're asking them to do. There's never an issue.
So your first machine was about 5 years ago. Still going strong today?
Yeah, still going strong. Yeah.
And tell us about the UltraSharp plasma as well that you're using now, because you've introduced that technology into the business. What difference has it made for you?
It means the hole sizes, especially round holes, are a lot more accurate, where before in the old type high definition plasma, holes just wouldn't be totally accurate. A lot of play in a hole. Now UltraSharp, if you ask a machine to cut a 20 mil hole in 20 mil material, it is 20 mil, top and bottom. That's the big plus.
And do you know how the technology works? Is it software or is it hardware?
The technology is software and it controls the hardware. So basically your speeds and all are set up on the UltraSharp, whereas normal cutting would be just a standard, you set the speed and you set the height and the power, but the UltraSharp does that for you. Round corners, slows down, different thicknesses, speeds up, slows down, that sort of thing. That's where you get the UltraSharp.
So you can choose to, let's say, ignore the UltraSharp if you want to, if you're just after the ultimate of getting the part off the machine as quick as possible.
Yeah, you can if you needed to, speed the thing up, but then you're compromising quality. And at these days, the way things are, quality is paramount.
And is all the steel you cut all regular? I mean, is there any you doing stainlesses?
We would do stainless, yeah, we would do stainless. We would cut checkered aluminium, and the machine finds its way on that okay. Like there's rises and ups and downs and that deals with it perfectly.
The installation of one of these machines as well, is there much you need to do here? Like foundations, or is it?
Well, the buildings themselves are fairly adaptable. As long as the floor is fairly level, obviously plenty of room and a good power supply and a good air supply. Other than that, everything seems to work out fine when the fitting. You getting the fume extraction and all that is part of getting the whole thing away. That's important. That's as important as the cutting, getting the fumes away.
The health and safety, I suppose. Much drift. I mean, we look at this 12-metre long machine behind us, or 12-metre bed, from one end to the other. If you were on a big plate, do you get much sort of tolerance drift?
It doesn't. But the thing is, on a longer plate, you would increase the speed. So you're cutting down on the heat that's put onto the plate. So that's where, like if it's a big plate, there's no issue.
Service and support and backup, I think you mentioned at the start, it's a big part for you.
Yeah, no problem. Service and support, it's say an hour away if we need it, or weekends or anything, evenings, no problem at all.
And the wear and tear on the hardware, we look at the arm moving across. You're cutting a lot of steel here. Do you ever find that these machines do wear in any way, shape or form?
Yeah, well, we would service them at regular intervals. They're serviced roughly every 6 months. So all that is looked at, all that's kept on top of. A machine could be, if it's regular service, could still be cutting as good after 10 years, as long as it's serviced and the right parts put into it.
And the final part for me is the surface finish, because that's or the cut finish.
Yep.
Delivering on all fronts.
Yeah, all the time, no problem. Sometimes consumables need changed after they get, a certain amount of pierces. That's quite normal, so it is.
You've got a lot of kit here, whether it be machines like this or press fold or folding machines, welding solutions.
Yep.
These one of your best suppliers, Curve?
Yeah, it would be. I mean, time and time again, there's never an issue with machines, so that's why we go back. The machines are here, they're tried and tested. We don't need to go anywhere else.